So like a chicken wing off the bone, in an instant, all my hopes, all my dreams were gone. Man, my journey was going so well. It was off. I was chasing my dreams. I was building a business part-time, and then all of a sudden, in an instant, it was gone. I got hurt. My career, my plans, they were over. You see, I was building a business part-time while I was going to school full-time. Prior to that, I was working as a pharmaceutical sales rep and got laid off multiple times in 5 years. That quickly soured me on my love and connection to corporate America. I wanted something more safe. I wanted something more secure. But I also wanted a profession that tied into my passion for serving others, my passion for health, my passion for being an athlete. See, I grew up playing sports my entire life. From the age of 5 all the way up until I graduated college, I was part of a team. From Pee Wee soccer to high school football, high school lacrosse, college lacrosse. It was in me. It was what I did. It's who I was. And all of a sudden, I was put into corporate America and I lost that. I loved going out and I loved calling on physicians and I loved connecting with them and offering a solution to a lot of patients' problems. But what I was failing at was just taking care of myself. I gained a lot of weight in my first couple of years. But most importantly was I wasn't fulfilled, especially as I started going into year after year. I like serving people. I like being able to make an impact in someone's lives. And I felt like the pharmaceuticals that I was carrying really did that. I sold blood pressure medication that helped reduce a risk of heart attack, stroke, and death by 33%. But then all of a sudden, I couldn't see my physicians. Access started to change. And I soon, in that 5-year time period, I started feeling like a glorified UPS man / caterer, bringing in lunches and dropping off samples. That was my role as a pharmaceutical rep during that 5 years. So it was lack of fulfillment for my profession mixed with the uncertainty of when am I going to get laid off next? What's going to happen? So I really believe the last time I got laid off was the opportunity for me to pursue a new venture. And that venture was becoming a physical education teacher because, like I said, I like serving people. I like being healthy and fit. I like being part of a team, and I like passing that on to kids. You know, that was my calling. So I wanted to be able to do that without going into severe debt, without having to move home with my parents. Because now at this time in my life, after graduating college, right, and working 5 years in corporate America as a pharmaceutical sales rep, I was 27, 28 years old. I had a lifestyle. You know, it wasn't glamorous or whatnot, but, you know, I was close to making 6 figures as a 20-year-old. That's ridiculous. I had a very high disposable income, but I didn't want to risk that life. Let me phrase that again. It's not that I didn't want to risk that life. I knew what most people did. And what most people did in my situation who wanted to go back to school, who whether it was going back for their master's or going back for a new degree, it was take loans, move home with their parents. And I'm like, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be something else out there. And in the time I got I was involved with this company that helped me lose weight. It helped me lose up to 31 pounds. And I really wasn't sure what I was involved in, but I knew there was an opportunity there to make money. And I asked my sponsor, it's what we're called, people who bring others into the business is called the sponsor. And I simply said, hey, is this business real? This is what I want to do. Can I actually make money doing this? And she said simply, the business I was in could be whatever it is that I wanted to be. And that was 10 years ago when I said yes to the opportunity to really build a business and help serve others with their health and fitness, primarily by serving myself. So what ended up happening was, during that course of pursuing my dreams, I built this business part-time so I wouldn't be the typical. So I wouldn't have to take student loans, to where I didn't have to be a 20-something-year-old who moves back home with their parents. I wanted to maintain my lifestyle of living in my 2-bedroom apartment, not worrying about bills. And I was able to do that part-time while going back to school. When I was going back to school, I started to learn about the true opportunity that I was involved in. So I'm not hiding anything. The opportunity I'm talking about is with network marketing. And I know that's a very icky word. It was for me when I first signed up. I was like, BS, that's gross. I want out. And I almost quit. I almost quit within the first 3 months of signing up with my company. And then I decided to, you know what? I like the products. I love the company. I'm going to stick with it. Get a discount. Why not? And then, you know, life, who knows when life is going to come at you and you don't have that extra plan. So I ended up pursuing that degree. And while I was pursuing that degree, I was about 1.5 years in, is where I really started to realize the full potential of this business, of what it can do. And I'll give you something I just learned recently that was very valuable, that I feel like a lot of people make mistakes when it comes to network marketing, and they perceive this business as an overnight success type business, a get rich quick business, something that takes, you know, little effort to build, and that's not the case at all. All three of those are wrong. And again, I didn't get into it before the business. It was just something that happened. And I'll talk a little bit about what you can expect from me as we get forward here. But for me, it was just as simple, like make enough money every week so I don't have to move home with my parents, so I don't have to go home to debt. And I did that, and I was doing that, and I started seeing the bigger pictures, like, man, if this really unlocks, I love the idea of physical education. I love the idea of physical educators. Our kids need passionate physical education teachers. But at the same time, my brain was unlocked to the potential of earning within inside of network marketing. And I was like, I'm going to be 30 something years old, hopefully starting a family around that time. If I meet somebody, I'm going to make like $40,000 a year as a teacher. That's not bad. But I'm also coming from a lifestyle as a farmer rep where I was making between 80 to 90 a year. There was a trade-off there. Like, yeah, summer's free, but my pace sucks. And I'm not a greedy, selfish person, but at the same time, money can do a lot of good. But if you don't have it, you can't do a lot, you know, you're wondering what's happening. So I was building this business and I was getting unlocked, and then I ruptured my pec tendon. And I was like, oh crap, it's over. What do I do now? Fast forward, guys, I have been 10 years in network marketing. I've been 10 years with the same company. I am a 6-figure residual earner with the same company, and that is rare to share. I don't talk about this a lot, and this is fault of mine, and it's something seriously that God has been just slapping me in the face these last 3 days. I went to an event. I signed up for another program. I've had 3 people, and I really believe God works in threes, tell me, you have skills. You have things that other people are looking for. You need to share it. And I've been very selfish, and I've been very skeptical of sharing that information with others. And I have a wealth of knowledge to share, and I've been hiding it. And I've been keeping it because of fear of judgment, fear of ridicule, and I don't care anymore because I want to connect with those people who want to connect with me. And so how I do this is I'm going to start going live. I'm going to start going live Monday nights at 9 and Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, if you like my Facebook page, great. I appreciate it. I want to say thank you all for joining us. I see Wendy's here. I see Teresa joined. My cousin Teresa, what's up? So thank you guys for watching. But this is something I'm going to start doing. And when I start going live, I'm going to share pieces from my story. I have 10 years of working in network marketing, of experience of what works, what doesn't work, that I'm going to be sharing with all of you. And not just for network marketing. I'm talking about for anything in business. So if you're looking to grow online, your business, how to deal with objections, I'll be talking about that. I'll also be talking and sharing a little bit about my own fitness struggles and what's going on. You know, like I mentioned, I had a pec major rupture tendon. I had a spinal fusion about, how old's my little boy? 2.5. So I'm married now. I have 2 kids. I have a house. Didn't have to move home with my parents. I'm a 6-figure residual earner, like I said. Just so you guys know, from my line of credibility, I just made the $1 Million Earner Club with my company, which means I've grossed over $1 million in my 10 years as a network marketer, if you will. And again, not knocking teachers, but if I went that path of profession, it would have taken me 25 years to earn that at an average of $45,000 to $50,000 a year. and did in 10. And that's, again, something that I'm going to be instilling and teaching you guys and sharing with you. A lot of like people, when they get into the profession of network marketing, whether it is home-based or it's home-based, but like, you know, a lot of people, again, are expecting that, like, I want to make $5,000 a month in 3 months. And it's not that overnight success. And people are like, well, overnight, that doesn't seem like overnight. It's 3 months. It's more than that. There's a lot to it, a lot of moving pieces. And so what I'm going to be teaching you guys is really how to dissect your goals. And so there's a couple things. Like, first off and foremost, I'll be sharing you guys with, like, really being as transparent as I can and updating you guys on my fitness from time to time, what's happening, what I'm training for, what I'm working out for. But also, I really feel like my strength comes from just my experience. 10 years in network marketing, 10 years with one company, 10 years of trying different systems that have failed, to different systems. Some have produced fruit, others have not, right? So I really just want to start sharing with you guys what I have learned. And so if you're new like me, no matter what company you may be a part of, you find value with what I'm sharing. So you can grow your business to where you can help serve others, to where you can start to earn an income, to where you can start to provide for your family, to where you can create the life that you want, to where you can create the lifestyle that you, and have that purpose and drive that you're intended to have. So what I'll be sharing a lot of is, you know, systems that are just recently started working for me. Because I don't know about you, but one of my biggest obstacles with network marketing was finding people to talk to that I was passionate about and sharing what I'm into, and finding people who want to talk to me. And with the old school way of network marketing, it was almost like anybody with a pulse, right? You talk to and you share your message. And that's just not the case now, especially with the internet right here. I want to be able to talk to specific people who want to learn about what I do and how I can help them, and maybe I can help them. And so I got a lot of really, really cool things happening for the business, but my main intention here with going live is to be able to serve you. I'll hopefully build an audience enough to where I can do live Q&A with people, to where you can either submit questions ahead of time via Twitter or Facebook and ask me questions that I can go on and answer. But yeah, I'm part of, like, so I just signed up. I like to be transparent with people. I signed up with a new system that I am extremely confident in, extremely excited about, and extremely passionate about, that has really helped me in the last, it's only been 2 weeks, but really in the last 2 weeks, give me focus, clarity on how to really grow and reach people online, to serve people online. And so that's also one thing I hope to be able to share with you, is that solution to the problem of finding people to share your message with, finding people to connect with, and finding people that you can relate with who are looking for things. And I know the biggest struggle in network marketing is leads, talking to people, finding interested people. But again, not everyone's into what we got, and that's cool. But we want to talk to people who can really help us. And I am just so fired up with where I'm going. You know, 10 years, this is my thing. My cousin, who was just on this live stream, I don't know if she's still on it. Teresa, if you're there, give me a thumbs up. But Teresa shared my post the other day about me earning that million earner club. And she made the comment, and I wish I was not witty enough. I'm not smart enough to think back on some of these objections I get, which really was an objection. But she shared my post. I said, thank you. And she's like, oh man, I know when Joey signed up 10 years ago, if only I signed up 10 years ago, I may be where he is. And that, I think that's a big trap a lot of people fall into when it comes to this business, is they feel like if only they got in at the ground floor, if only they got in sooner. And the question you always got to ask yourself is, like, it's not about the past, it's about the future. What are you going to do differently? Like, knowing now what you know, like I myself have been doing this now for 10 years. I wish I could say I've been doing it for 10 years straight consistently, that I never slowed down, that I never took a break. I did. I got married, I had family, I had kids, a lot of things, I got injured, a lot of things came up during that 10 years. It's called life, it happens. And that's what I want to be sharing with you, is my experiences, but also, like, knowing what I know now. Why, if what's the next 10 years? That's really the question. What's the next 10 years of your life going to be? And that's the question I phrase myself. I'm like, yes, I have a 6-figure residual income with the company I'm a part of. But literally, if you know it, if you're not cultivating, if you're not building, if you're not creating new relationships, any business, I don't care what business you're in, can fold, can disappear, can collapse like that if you're not nurturing it. And I've started seeing that in my business. I wasn't nurturing it. And so I started asking myself the question that I wished I asked my cousin, Teresa, is, what's the next 10 years of your life going to look like? I'm like, my last 10 years, I achieved this. You said if you were back where I was, you would sign up. Well, you still have 10 more years ahead of you. What are you going to do differently? I work my business. I'm full-time now, but like when I first started part-time going to school, I worked my business a half an hour to an hour a day. Nothing crazy, nothing intense, but that's what it was. That's all I did, and my business grew. Really, what it came down to for me was asking myself that same question. Was 10 years from now, I am 36 years old right now. I'll be 46 in 10 years. My little boy is 2.5. He will be 12.5. My second little boy will be 6 months on Tuesday. So he'll be 10 and a half. He'll be 10 and a half in 10 years. What's my business going to be like? What's my life going to be? What kind of life do I want to provide them? I can sit, and here's the kicker, man. Just so I'm, again, 100% transparent. I suffer from depression. I struggle with confidence. I struggle with my own insecurities. I got this inner voice, this inner monologue that tells me that I suck, that I can't do it, that I'm not good enough, and all that's bullshit. All of it is resistance. All of it is the adversary that is telling you lies to keep you away from your purpose, from what the gifts you've been gifted with, and you have to believe that you're good enough, and you just have to do it. So again, I want to just say thank you to Katrina, who challenged me to do live streams on Facebook. And so my goal again is to do 2 of these. Thanks, Walla. Appreciate it. Is to do 2 of these every Monday nights at 9 and Thursdays at 9, and just share from my heart. But like, come on, the nonsense that's between our ears, the noise, it's BS, and it's keeping us from really serving our true potential and helping others. And that's what I want to do more of. And I am so sorry for not doing this sooner, because that is my biggest mistake, is letting those words of, you suck, you're not good enough, who are you to go up there? I mean, come on, Joe. I'm 10 years in this business. I'm super successful. I fall into this trap, and there's other people who are just getting started who don't know the traps that are waiting for them. And if I can just kind of point you, or like give you a heads up, give you a warning, or give you some information that may help you, especially in this crazy world called the internet, where landscapes of Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter are just changing every 3 to 6 months, if not sooner, every day. How do you keep up with that? So again, I want to be able to share with you what I'm doing on my social media front, what I'm doing on my end, so I can help serve you, so you can create your business, so you can create your life that you want. Because again, 10 years from now, when my kid is 12 and my little boy is 10, and who knows how old my third one will be, I'll guess 8, because I think we're doing that. What do I want to be? Do I want to look back at my 10 years and be like, man, kids, I had this great business. It was growing, but I got so comfortable. I got blinded, and I got selfish, and I didn't share with other people, and my business fell apart. And so I'm not here. I don't know. I know exactly what it'll look like, and maybe that's a Facebook Live for another night to talk about. But again, it's just like 10 years from now. I've set the goal for myself. I have a business in place to do this, but I set a goal for myself to be a 7-figure yearly earner by 40 in 4 years, 3.5, because I'll be 37 in September. Again, but that didn't happen. That goal Anybody can say they want to be a 7-figure yearly earner. It does not happen in 3 months. It does not happen in a year. It'll be 13 years that I've started this, that I started putting, and I have other business models that I'm now working with that are going to help me hit that and achieve that. And my goal is to help serve those who want to do the same as me, who are sick and tired, who know they are meant for more, who are tired of listening to the bullshit in their head. And I'm telling you this from the bottom of my heart. If you are dealing with depression, I'm Italian, I talk with my hands. If you're dealing with depression, if you're struggling with those inner monologues, those inner thoughts, I'm telling you right now, I'm giving you permission to go talk to your doctor. I'm giving you permission to go to a therapist. I'm giving you permission to be, it's okay. It happens. I had a really bad, I wish, if I change my camera, I think I'm going to lose you guys. But I had a really bad bout of depression about a week ago where I literally was bedridden on that couch in this is my home office for about 2 days. I would tell my wife I was going to work, and I would come down here and I would sleep until work was over. I'd go upstairs, have lunch, go back upstairs, work, take another nap. That's how bad it was. And I'm on medication, but it just sometimes it happens. And so that's my little call to you too. If those voices or your feelings, go seek help. And we're taught that our feelings are sometimes wrong. Again, that's another talk for another night, but it's a glimpse as to who I am. So I hope that you found value in tonight. I hope you mark your calendar. It's my commitment to you and my promise to you that Wednesday and Thursday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I will go live. I will have a theme posted ahead of time. If you have questions, if you have anything that I covered tonight that you want me to dive into more, please, goodness gracious, message me. All right, I would love your feedback, love your ideas. But thank you so much for watching my first official live stream. I think I've gone live once or twice before, but nothing really in detail about who I am, what I'm about. And I just want to share. I just want to be able to share and offer solutions that really have helped me, that work for me, build my business, build my health, build my fitness, that I hope will be able to help you and serve you as well. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon. Good night.